Hello. Wow, so I think this one might be a little bit tough for me because my body love story runs deep. So apologies in advance if this is a little bit rambling and goes off on little tangents. And in sharing this, I don't mean to set myself above everyone saying, oh, I've got it all figured out, look at me, I'm fucking awesome. That's not at all my intention here. My intention is to say this is where I'm at. I've been on such a big journey with it. This is working for me right now. It may work for you, I don't know. It may resonate with you, I don't know. If it does, brilliant. If it doesn't, there will be something for you. And if you are already in a place where you feel amazing and you've got different ways of doing that, then share, let us know. We love to hear. Thank you. So yeah, body love. And there's one more thing I wanted to say to everybody who has such big, beautiful hearts that on hearing this, their first inclination is to support me by saying, but your body's beautiful and you don't need to lose weight. Oh, I hear you, and thank you. Thank you so much for that being your first inclination to reach out with love and support and compassion. But I invite you with love not to do that, because kind of the whole headline of where I'm going with this is that what we feel for ourselves has to come from within. And when you get to that place, it's lovely, of course, to hear nice things about yourself, but really it doesn't matter, because what you're feeling is what you're feeling. And if someone feels something different, that doesn't make you change how you feel. So really, external validation no longer matters. It's all about how you feel from the inside out. It's all about how you feel at a cellular level. And for anyone who is feeling this, this is resonating at your core, then I'm going to be doing a little, I don't know if it'll be a meditation, how it's going to arise, but we'll be doing some work together on this tonight at 8:30, so that will be happening. So yeah, so for me, my story, I have always had a really complicated relationship with my body and my weight. I have never been what you would call, by conventional means, a skinny girl or a slim girl, which actually leads me to another point that I really wanted to make, that this podcast, this video isn't just about weight issues, as in you feel you're overweight. This is about something far deeper than that. It's about self-love from the inside out, complete, unwavering, total goddess self-acceptance. And God, you know, you men, you need it too. You know, we all need this. And the reason I say that now is because there will be women who are naturally very slim, who suffer from the same feeling of body shame, of not loving themselves unconditionally, their physical being, their physical manifestation unconditionally for whatever reason. There'll be people that suffer from that because they're too slim in society's eyes or in their own eyes. I know people who, by conventional standards, would be very slim. They're naturally so. I know them very well. They eat like you wouldn't believe, and yet they're slim. And I've known in the past that people have felt it was okay to say to those people, have you got an eating disorder? No, that's not okay. It's not okay to say that. But the point is, just because someone's slim doesn't mean that they can't suffer from this, doesn't mean that it's not like a virus infecting our society. We are so swamped with images of this false, incorrect, unattainable standards of what beauty is meant to be, and from such a young age we believe that's what we're meant to be. Like, I remember being 9 years old, 9 fucking years old, that's insane, and lying in the bath and looking at my little tiny breasts coming and not really understanding, and I remember being so ashamed of them, thinking they were fat. and pushing my poor little tummy up so it was bigger, so that I didn't worry about my breasts. And that's not good, is it? It's not good. And then when I got to be a teenager, so my dear gran, she's departed from this earthly body now, but we're living in our house, and I know she's still around, so I know she's listening, and I know she won't mind me saying what I'm about to say, because she didn't know better, because things were different in her day, and she was already a very straight-talking woman. But when I was in my teens, and I, at the time, felt like I was going through a puppy fat stage. I look back on those photos now and I was minute. I was tiny and so cute. But at the time I felt like I was, developing puppy fat, and my thighs were getting bigger. And my gran used to pinch my little tummy, I'll show you the bits. She used to pinch this bit here on me, unsolicited, and say, well, I can pinch more than an inch there, because that was my body shape, and her body shape was different. She was 5'11", I'm 5'2". She didn't like food. I bloody love food. It's a joy. And she struggled to want to eat, so her experience of life was very, very different. But can you imagine being 14 years old and somebody doing that to you? And it's carried on. I remember being at school and boys shouting at me, thunder thighs, and seriously, I look back on the photos now and I think, fucking hell, I'm sure, I carry power and potential in my thighs. That doesn't make me fat, that doesn't make there anything wrong with my body, but that's what they used to shout. And then I remember growing up as a young woman in my 20s, and no joke, this has happened to me so many times. I'll be walking along, minding my own business, and I've had groups of men pull up in cars and shout out things to me like, nice arse, okay, thanks, bit big though, what? Nice arse, bit big though. And that's happened to me more than one time. I don't know why my arse gets so much attention, but it does. But you can imagine growing up as a woman, and a woman that wasn't confident in her skin, that was trying to find her way, how that would make you feel, all those things again and again and again. And as a result, I felt many things. One was a deep mistrust for my body and its signals, and I'll come back to that. And the other was a deep shame. Oh my God, if I ever had to go swimming or expose my legs, my poor, beautiful, strong legs, it was just, I'd avoid it at all costs, honestly. I hated going to the beach with my friends, so I missed out on that. I hated being exposed. And in fact, I still am not ready to get my legs out in that way. I'm still not there. I'm really not, but I'm on the journey. But that shame and what it makes you miss out on in life, it's not good. It's not good. And the mistrust of your own body. So I am a strong believer that our bodies are real wisdom holders, that they know. And what happens is when we're made to feel ashamed of our body and ashamed of its desires and its signals, we lose touch with those signals. We lose touch with what it needs, and we stop trusting ourselves, and that's how we get out of balance. We stop trusting that when our body desires movement, that it can just be spontaneous, fun, joyful movement. We stop trusting that when we want to eat something sweet, it's because we need some comfort, and it's okay. That's okay. But when we make ourselves wrong and bad for all these things, when we make our body the enemy, we get shut off from all the times when it's trying to give us the other side of the coin. The times when it's trying to tell us we need nurturing, we need rest, we need to take it easy. We lose track of all that. And what I'm coming to learn is that, for me at least, and again, if this resonates with you, join me tonight, because we're going to do a exercise on it together. And if it doesn't, and you have your own secrets, Louisa, I know you're watching, you are one empowered woman, I'm sure you've got some secrets for us. But yeah, so for me, I'm learning what it is to feel complete love in this moment, from the inside out, to love every cell of my body, to love my thighs with the stores of fat on them, because at one point they gave me comfort to eat whatever I ate that and put those there. It gave me comfort, and I needed that comfort, and I love it unconditionally, because that's part of my beautiful body. Equally, I actually have no problem with like my mummy tummy and stretch marks, because that's easy to love, right? Because I have a human as a result of those. Like, what's not to love about that? What an amazing body has created other life. Like, hell yes. Any of you mamas who've created life. Wow. Go you. Go, go, go you. And I'm almost reluctant to say this, but anybody who has wanted to create life and hasn't been able to, I can bet would give anything for those stretch marks and that saggy tummy. But yeah, going back to loving what is right now, I'm not saying, I'm not saying you don't need to exercise and take care of yourself in that way. But what I'm saying is, it all comes from the intention you set, and that all starts with self-love. It all starts with loving where you are right this moment. Not saying when I've lost 6 pounds or 6 stone, I'm going to love my body. It's saying I love it right now anyway, and I'm going to listen to its needs. And it will tell you. It will tell you when it wants to move. It will tell you when it wants to rest. But relearning that is quite a long process, I think, especially if you're deeply disconnected from your body. But for me, the reason I'm sharing this, I guess, to hold myself accountable, to stay in this vibration of complete love. Like when I shared that post about the lady saying I needed to walk off the baby weight, that's the first time in my life where a comment like that was just, it didn't bother me at all. I felt so much validation from inside, which is why I'm saying that, like, I love you people who want to validate me externally, and that only comes from your beautiful, big, generous hearts, but I don't need that. If you want to tell me you see my beauty, thank you. I see yours too. That's why you're saying nice things. But I don't need the validation to come from externally. I need to keep it connected internally, because that's what matters. That's where true shifts come from, internally. So yeah, I'm not saying don't exercise. Exercise because you move your one precious body and it feels amazing. Do yoga, not because you want a yoga butt, although that is a lovely side effect. I've had a yoga butt in the past. It was great. But I still have a butt. I still love my butt now. And it's not a bit big. It's perfect for me. Look how comfortably I'm sat on it. It's a perfect butt. But yeah, the point is, this vibration of self-love has to come first, and then the other shifts will happen. And I just wanted to, I knew this would be rambling, so I had one other thing I wanted to say, like, how ironic, universe. You love giving us these lessons and gifts, don't you? How ironic that for a woman who spent most of her adult life struggling to love her body truly, going through periods of loving it and periods of not, but someone who struggled with that, I chose a job where I have to wear skin-tight clothes most of the day in front of people. Oh, I do think the universe has an amazing sense of humour. But you know what? When I step up to teach yoga, I really don't care what I look like. Teaching yoga and doing yoga regularly, regardless of what shape or size or strength my body was at whatever point, that was massively empowering. That was massively empowering. But it was also empowering on an external level, because it was reflected back at me. And the shift that's happening now is that empowerment's going to continue, but it's going to be from the inside out. That's what's going to happen. It's coming from the inside out, and that is a very different energy. So I'd love to bring you guys along for the journey if this resonates with you. And if it doesn't, that's totally fine too, because we're all different. Like, there isn't, I don't think there's a one size fits all. And I think that's the same with diet. And again, it's why we have to get really energetically clear internally so that we can hear what our body needs. I think I've nearly covered everything that I wanted to say. Yeah, so if this resonates with you and you want to share it with anyone, then like please do. That would be awesome, because I'd love to bring as many people along for the ride as I can. Oh yeah, there was one more thing. So this was the one more thing. The reason that I'm stepping up at this point in this field is because I have babies now, and I will be fucking damned if I pass this shit on to them. Oh, it's going to make me cry. They are not going to live their lives like this. Not from me. No. No. I'm healing this wound right now. I am not passing this on. So yeah, if anyone wants to come along for the ride, I will hold you and support you. And at 8:30 tonight, we're going to do something cool together. In my mind, it will be a little tiny bit of movement and yoga. If you have some kind of body oil, like oil that you love to slather yourself in, or body lotion that you love to slather yourself in, something that's sensual, smells amazing, makes you feel amazing. If you want to set up a little den for yourself with some candles or some essential oils, some water, maybe a crystal in the water. Just don't drink the crystal, but let the crystal power up the water. That would be cool. If you want to have a shower first, or a bath, or be in the bath, whatever. This is going to be our little Sunday sanctuary together, and it's going to ignite the spark of self-love. And I'm there with you. Love you all, and beautiful, beautiful souls. So I can see Katie. Oh, Katie. Katie, I love you, sister-in-law, my little Sil. And Louisa, you powerhouse of a woman, doing the most incredible work in West Somerset for your tribe. And soon to be a level 3 yoga instructor. Boom! And Sarah Stripe. You're not a sister-in-law, what are you, a cousin-in-law maybe? Cousin-in-law? Yeah, I think so. Should we go with cousin-in-law and all-round fucking awesome woman? Yes. Anyway, love you loads, all three of you. Thank you for joining. And I know lots of people will catch this on the replay. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking, and if you're on board, and if you want some self-love, and if you're claiming this for yourself. Love you guys. Bye.